Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Southeast Idaho Weather Hazard Brief. Today is the 23rd of October, Wednesday. We have a pretty big ridge of high pressure to our south and west, indicated by all these reds and yellows and even blacks on the water vapor imagery this morning. We don't have a whole lot of moisture precip to be discussing over the next few days here, but I will show you the loop of what one of our forecast models is indicating as far as forecasted moisture goes. You don't see a whole lot on our screen here, and that's because of that high pressure area building into our area today and tomorrow. We do have some wind in our area early this morning, so most of the wind that we are concerned with is up in the central mountains here. So we do have some pretty gusty winds actually up in the central mountains near Ketchum and toward the Stanley Basin, not necessarily in Stanley. It's not necessarily Stanley or windy in Stanley right now, but to the near Ketchum and in these mountain tops here, we're looking at 30, 35 miles per hour. That will be ending later this morning, but expect some gusty winds if you are in the mountains early this morning. And there's our high pressure building into the area and continuing into Thursday and Friday. Notice the precip starting to return to northern Idaho and Montana by the Friday time period. So we don't have a whole lot to talk about as far as moisture or precip goes until the weekend. We do still have a system arriving over the weekend. The main thing we want to talk about with that particular system is our temperature trends arriving over the weekend here. So let's go ahead and talk about some temperatures here. That's kind of the fun thing to be chatting about here over the next couple of days. So go ahead and talk about these graphics here. We're going to look at Pocatello and Idaho Falls through the next 7 days. The line on the bottom is our forecast low temperatures. Line on the top here is forecast high temperatures. The lines in between these green colors, green and teal colors, are the normal range of high and low temperatures for Pocatello and Idaho Falls. So you can kind of see from the graphic here that we're decent 10 to 20 degrees below where the normal range is for this time of year. So we're expected to be about 55 or so today, and we're forecasting 48. We're expected to be about 30 or so for a min temperature, and we're forecasting 24. When you look toward Sunday, Monday, Tuesday time frame, notice how much colder, clear this out, notice how much colder we are from that maximum temperature here. We're expected to be about 53-ish or so, and we're forecasting a high of only 37 degrees, so that's quite a bit below normal range. The trend is more or less the same down in Idaho Falls here, and same with the forecasted low temperature here. We're well below those normal low temperature ranges for this time of year. So that's what's incoming for the weekend. You do see a little bit of a normal range for Friday, so we're going to be near normal temperatures for Friday before the system arrives, but then a pretty good push of cold air incoming. And to give you a kind of a broad overview of what we have been experiencing for the month of October here, wanted to show you this graph of the entire U.S. Much of the northwest U.S. and western U.S., all these green colors, or well, we don't see any purples on this particular map. We're all in this greenish sort of color, are all areas where we have been below the norm for mean temperature for the month of October thus far. And to put a couple areas in our area into perspective, the month of October for a couple locations here have been the coldest so far up until this point in Challis. We've been the second coldest in Idaho Falls. We've been the third coldest in Pocatello. And when we talk about that trend on the way, we may very well break some of these temperature records. So meaning maybe we won't be the third coldest in October for Pocatello. Maybe we'll end up being the coldest in Pocatello. We'll kind of see what happens here in the next couple of days. All right, we'll end the briefing here. If we have any questions or concerns with the forecast that we talked about here, please do give us a call or you can send an email and we will be happy to answer your questions. Thanks for watching.